Hey everybody, hope you're having an awesome day. I know I am. Hey, if you're the first time viewer here, welcome. Hopefully you like what you see. I will tell you that we're all about health journey and weight loss and getting fit and just all that good stuff to get you well-rounded and in health, right? So we try to do 3 videos a week. We're trying to do a cooking video, trying to do some tips and tricks. We're doing what I eat in a day, show you what I eat, both doing a ketogenic lifestyle as well as incorporating protein sparing modifying fasting into that as well. So kind of go through all that stuff, as well as some other videos. You'll see product reviews and stuff of that nature as well too. So hopefully you like that kind of stuff. And if you do, think about giving it a thumbs up, hitting that little subscribe button, hit that little bell icon. That would be greatly appreciated. You know, the folks that are returning, welcome. You know, you guys are fantastic. The community is just outstanding. You guys are just awesome. So you really encourage me so much. You drive me to get better and better all the time, to help me stay on track. So really, hopefully I can give you that back so that I can motivate you to stay on track and you to keep going and you to get better and better. Again, you know, I'm here to help with you guys in any way, shape, or form that I can. I do have an email down below, so if you have questions or if there's any way that you think I can help you, go down there, email me, and I will get back to you, and we'll see what we can do to assist you. Again, I'm no doctor, no physician, no dietitian, or any other kind of health related person. I've been doing this for a little over 4 years now. I can tell you what's worked for me and what does not work for me. You know, what has broke stalls and what has created stalls and all kinds of good stuff. So I think I have a world of knowledge. I'm not going to say I'm the most knowledgeable, but because there's some really great people in this space. So, but hopefully, you know, I can give you the average person at least their point of view, and like I said, what's worked for me, and what I like to eat and what I like to cook and that kind of stuff. So hopefully you'll stick around and you'll enjoy it. So did want to talk a little bit today because I had the question proposition to me about, well, what foods do I keep in my house? And I know there's a huge list of foods out there that you can eat and can't eat, and I know people have talked about how restrictive doing low carb ketogenic diet is. You know, the protein sparing modifying diet is. So I would kind of just like to talk about some of the basic stuff. So if you're new to this and you're just getting started, and this probably pertains to you more than anybody else, but if you've been doing this for a while too and you're kind of getting sidetracked with a lot of the keto snacks and keto sweets and stuff of that nature, this is a good thing to kind of go back to as well and revisit and think about. So I wanted to talk a little bit about foods that I keep in my house. So I'm going to try to make a short video a little bit on that. But I find it's not very restrictive at all. I find that there's a plethora or a lot of foods out there that I can eat and a lot of combinations you can do. And as you get going and you get into it further and further down the road, there's not a substitute that I don't think I can, you know, overcome, right? So whether it be spinach, whether it be spaghetti or potatoes or whatever, there's all kinds of substitutes for them out there. So, but I want to talk about basic stuff, and I want to talk about these are the basic things that I keep in my house all the time. Hey, when you stick around to the end, I'm going to talk a little bit about, I'm working on a 14-day meal plan, so I would like to get some input from you on that, as well as give you some information about it as well. So stick around to the end, all right? So, and then we can talk a little bit more about that. So I want to talk about the foods that I keep in the house, or my wife and I keep in the house. Now, my wife's Asian. She's from the Philippines. So her diet is very different than my diet. So we have a combination of foods, and she has adapted a lot of her foods for me to fit into it. And then some stuff she has not, right? So, but there's been a lot of stuff that we've gone back and forth. And there's a lot of similarities between them too. And there's things that you can find no matter where you are in the world to eat, right? So, and first, of course, the biggest one, right? So is everywhere you go, you can find eggs, right? So you can find eggs. I don't care where you are in the world, you can find eggs. And if you have eggs, you can do a ton of stuff with them, right? Not just kind of over easy and you can make quesadillas, breakfast quesadillas with them. You can do all kinds of stuff with them, but you can go beyond that. Right? You can do like the egg bites, and you can do the egg muffins, and you can do a lot of meal prepping and stuff of that nature as well. So that you can just take stuff out in the morning and heat it up, and we do quite a bit of that kind of stuff. So we'll make them, we'll freeze them, and then we'll pull them out and get them during the week. So it's quick and easy. So eggs are really, really great all around, right? So they're one of the things I think you'll always see 2 or 3 dozen eggs in our refrigerator, no matter when you come over here and look. When we get down to a dozen, it's time to buy 2 more dozen. We go to Costco, we're going to buy one of those 5 dozen packs, just because that will last us 3/4 of the month or halfway through the month, right? So we eat a lot of eggs. So and I think almost every culture out there eats a lot of eggs. So there's a lot you can do with the eggs. And of course, the second thing I would say is just meats, right? In general, any kind of meat is perfect, right? So I don't care what it is. There's different places that eat different things. But here in our household, we generally are eating some kind of pork. We eat chicken. We're eating some kind of beef. So those are the 3 main ones. Excuse me, I'm going to get a drink. But those are the 3 main ones are those, right? So we get pork belly and we get bacon, and we'll do hams. We'll do all kinds of pork stuff. Beef, we'll do steaks and roast and all kinds of stuff like that. And as well as the chicken. Chicken, we do everything from adobo to baked chicken, to barbecue chicken, to all kinds of stuff. So there's just a world of stuff that you can do with meats, right? So I'm not saying we're a big lamb family. We don't eat lamb. I don't think we've ever had a lamb. I've eaten it out before, but I've never eaten it in the house. So there's some nuances. I know some people eat goats. I've actually ate goat before, but not in the house either as well. So, so there's a lot of meats out there. So any meat in general is really good for you. Bison, we have done the bison thing. So, so there's a lot of meats. So you think about it, and the world is open to all kinds of meats and stuff like that. And generally seasoning them, just some salt and pepper and a few different things, and they taste fantastic, and you cook them right. So, and the third thing I want to talk about are the green leafy stuff or the non-starchy vegetables, right? So I eat more vegetables now that I'm doing keto than I did before, because of the fact I'm eating something every night. It's either broccoli, or it's spinach, or it's asparagus, or cauliflower, and I'm trying to think of it. I got a bunch of them written down. Bok choy, we eat bok choy pretty regularly. Brussels sprouts. So there's a whole mess of vegetables out there that we eat on a regular basis. Now, though, I just mentioned some that we eat here. There's a whole list of them that you can get out there and look at and stuff like that. But those are the ones that we eat on a really consistent basis, that if you looked in our refrigerator or our freezer with frozen vegetables, you would find one of those in there. You would find broccoli, you'd find green beans, you would find Brussels sprouts, you would find asparagus, bok choy. Those are the things that you would always find in our refrigerator or our freezer as well. So, and then of course, the other thing that we eat a lot of, or we use a lot of, are cheeses, right? So we use a lot of cheeses, cheddar cheeses and mozzarella cheeses to make, the fathead dough pizzas, and to make cream cheeses, to make oh boy, what am I thinking of? Cheesecakes. Boy. Using cheese for cheesecakes, right? So using the cheese heavy, and that type of stuff. So we're using cheeses all the time. So you will look in our refrigerator and you'll almost always find some kind of cheese. You'll always find mozzarella cheese. You'll always find cheddar cheese. Generally, you'll find Parmesan cheese, and you'll find a few other different types of cheeses in our refrigerator all the time because we use them in our cooking. We use them with our food a lot. We use cheese wraps to wrap all kinds of foods and stuff of that nature. So so you always find cheeses in there, and really stick with the aged hard cheeses the most you can. But most cheeses we will eat, with the exception of maybe the really soft one like the Velvetas and stuff of that nature. That would be more like of a once in a great while type of stuff. So, and then the other thing was be olive oil, cooking oils that we use. You know, we have a ton of them, like the avocado oils and the coconut oils, and you know, the olive oils, the avocado oils, the coconut oils. You know, just those oils are oils that we keep generally in the house at all times as well. And like I said, we use them for seasoning as well as we using them for cooking, that kind of stuff. So, and then one of the other items I would say on here would be the creams, right? So the heavy cream. So we don't use any dairy, like milk. I should say I don't. My wife does it. So I don't use any milk or half and half. So I'm using either the heavy cream to make stuff. We use it in a lot of cooking. We also use it in coffee. We use coconut oil. We use coconut milk, I should say. So we keep those type of creams and things like that, you know, in the house. So really, really good stuff to have. Like I said, you know, those cream cheeses and stuff of that nature, I guess, would fall in with that category with the heavy cream. So we do a lot of desserts. We make mousses and stuff of that nature as well. So which really, really, really yummy. So, and then of course the last thing would be butter. You'll always find butter in here. Butter and ghee are pretty consistent. So those are kind of some of the staples. And I'm not saying those are just limited those things, but those are the staples. So if I was new to this and I had to go shopping, those were the things that I would go look for, right? So I would go look for eggs. I would go look for some particular meats. I would go look for some cheeses that I like, right? And I would get avocado oil for cooking, some olive oil for making some salads or something of that nature, and mixing it with some coconut oil for cooking, as well as using it for other things, right? So and then, of course, the creams, the heavy creams, the cream cheeses, and then I guess that kind of stuff as well, so that you can do all kinds of good stuff with that. And of course, the butter, because you want to put the butter in your cooking as well as I use the ghee in my bulletproof coffee, as well as in all kinds of other stuff. So a couple of other tips just to kind of go through and talk a little bit about budget-wise, and when you're starting out, and how am I controlling my budget and looking at it, is I would ask that, you know, start looking at the sale flyer. So I know, like the chicken and some of the steaks and that kind of stuff, we go out and we look at the sale flyers and see who has what on sale. A lot of times the Kruger's near us has like buy one thing of family sized chicken and get one free. And for us, that's a lot of food, so that we can, you know, freeze them and save them, and we'll buy a whole mess and put it in our freezer. Like I said, when we go to Costco, we'll buy in bulk as well. And as well as, you know, you buy what you can afford, right? So I'm not going to go out and spend $7.99 for a dozen eggs because they're free ranged and organic and all that stuff. We're just like everybody else, and we're looking for the sales. And like the supermarket that we go to, the Kruger's we go to that's close by, they have eggs on sale. I think they're $3.79 or 50 cents off, so like $3.29. And plus I have a coupon that I got in the mail for another 50 cents off, so that takes them down below into the $3.70, 69 cent range, or somewhere in that area. So so those are the things that we're looking for. We're looking for the buy 1 dozen eggs and get another one. Lots of times Sprouts has those deals. So when you're looking through those things, look and see what has on sale. I would say the vegetables, a lot of the times we're buying frozen vegetables because we can get them cheaper, we can get them on sale, and then they last a lot longer. So frozen vegetables, we can get them, you know, we see them go on sale and we can buy a whole mess of them, throw them in the freezer, and then they'll last us a month, right? So So just some kind of tips and tricks to kind of help keep some of your costs down when you're doing it. And then don't go out and buy all that, you know, the no sugar keto cups, or the high key cookies, or the you know, other stuff. You know, try to stay away from some of that stuff, and it'll really help you control your costs. So as part of the meats, you know, look for tuna, look for canned chicken, those type of things when they go on sale as well. So speaking of some of that stuff as well, so because I don't want to keep this, I want to try to keep this a little, keep it down anyway, a little bit. Is I am working on a 14-day meal plan. So I'm gonna, this is really probably way too small for you to read. So, but what I'm working on is that, it'll probably be backwards, right? So I have like a section of, these are things that we cook all the time. So this is not something special or unique for anybody. These are all the different things that we cook for breakfast all the time. This would be all the stuff that we cook for lunches and dinners all the time. These are all the add-on things like the vegetables and the little treats and stuff of that nature. Then these are all the snacks and desserts down here as well. So my plan is to put all this together, and then I have across the top, I have the net carbs, the protein, the fat, the calories, the total carbs, so because I do track total carbs, so you kind of want to know that, and then any comments of that nature. So I'm working on that, and from this I will be able to create very quickly a meal plan, whether it be a 7-day, 14-day, 21-day. At least I hope I can. That's the intent of it. So if that's something that you're interested in, let me know down below. If you'd like to see more of this type of stuff, you know, again, I'm not exactly sure how to roll it out or anything else. I'm going to collect all the data and all the information, and again, these are meals and stuff that we cook on a regular basis, like a bulletproof coffee, you know, a ham and cheese omelet, eggs over easy with some avocado, you know, the egg cups, the egg bites, the breakfast quesadilla, you know, things for lunches like we use an all beef hot dog that we get that's really good. The Teton sausages that are really good. The seasoned chicken breast, the seasoned turkey burgers, the chaffle pizzas, the keto lasagna. These are all meals that we eat pretty consistently throughout. I have made videos on a lot of these, and then you can go back and kind of look. And so like the dinner is kind of a, what's the main course, and then you could take the add-ons, and you could add on, like I have the Cheddar Bay biscuits, and I have some low carb biscuits, and I have the broccoli and the green beans and asparagus, and you know, chaffles and avocados and Brussels sprouts, and so those are all the kind of the add-on things, and then of course there's a plethora of desserts as well. That, you know, if you have a good day and you're way under your carbs, you could eat a cookie, or you could eat a brownie, or whatever. So those are all the kind of things that I'm putting together. I kind of like to know what you think of that. Is that something that would be helpful or useful? It does take a lot of time to put it together. So if it's something that you feel that'd be useful, let me know. If you don't think it to be useful, then maybe I'm wasting my time on it, and then I'll just kind of put it on the back burner and do it, you know, kind of as time allows. But I'll put it on the back burner amongst other things. So those are kind of the foods. So I just wanted to kind of talk about, so really, you know, 6-7 different food groups, I would call it, that are the main core groups. And if you're starting out, those are the ones that I would stick with. Stay away from all the other stuff, and concentrate on that. Get into it a little ways, you know, enjoying it, you know, eating the meats, eating the vegetables, eating really good breakfasts, and that kind of stuff. You know, and then you can learn to make some of the stuff like the blueberry muffins or something. So you can mix up your breakfasts a little bit. And then, you know, the meat you can do so much with, you know, whether it's grilling or broiling or sous videing, or whether it is, there's just so much you can do with all that kind of stuff. So, and I'm a big meat person. I could probably just become a carnivore and be pretty happy. So, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. I thought I'd just kind of throw out those tips and tricks out there. Hopefully you're having a great day. Hey, I want you to check out these videos coming up here. You know, check them out. There's a couple different ones. I'd really, really appreciate it. I'll talk to you next time, and have a great day. You guys are awesome.